All right, what's up, everybody? It's your favorite villain here, and I got a couple buddies here to help me close out on JoJo Week. One of them is a good friend of mine and a sponsor, Don, if you want to say what's up.
What's up?
And then we have Jobber, who actually helped sponsor this video and this week, and is starting his YouTube channel as well. He already has a video up, so Jobber, you can go ahead and say what's up.
What's up, everybody?
All right, so got intros out the way. We're gonna break down what today is about, and today I'm bringing back a series I started a couple months back on how to get rid of certain characters. This character we're doing today is Yorno from JoJo's Bizarre Adventures Part 5. Now, a simple breakdown of his abilities. First of all, easily FTL speed reaction, even in base without his powers. Scales well above Part 2 characters who JoJo, without even knowing how to use his power, was able to point blank dodge a light beam attack. So, casually into FTL. He has insanely good luck, high tier willpower. His abilities, he can grant objects life and revert them as well, which makes him extremely dangerous. As well as he can do things like if he gets his arm cut off, he can turn a rock into a new arm. Things like that. And then when he gets Requiem after getting hit by a stand arrow, he gets further abilities unlocked to the point where he can reset everything to zero, including putting you in an infinite death loop where when you go to die, you revert back to zero and start again. So, with that information out of the way, the first person up to bat to assassinate this boy is Don. So, Don, I'm going to go ahead and let you talk about how you would do it and why.
All right, the character I would choose was Zaitana from DC. Giovanna has shown that he doesn't really have any magical resistance, and GER would his stand really only goes to like line of sight for revert to zero to work. So she definitely has enough hacks and power and ability. She's been shown to, be in the Justice League, so she's definitely relative to those characters, and they're well beyond FTL, reaction, and AP. And I just believe that she could definitely be able to put Giovanno down from a distance because you could not get in close range to GER. He would just reset everything to zero. So I think distance is going to be the way to get around GER.
Yeah, also for everybody, keep in mind that this style of video I do, one of the conditions I have is I have a scouting report beforehand, so we know his abilities and all that. So we're privy to the information. So Zaitana, however you want to say it, she has that same information, so she's gonna know to keep her distance. So I do agree that would work. I don't see any issues with that approach. Jobber, how would you go about it?
So how I go about taking down Giorno Giovanna with GR is it's a pretty simple method. I would just go up to the team from Gurren Lagann and be like, yo, I need this person to just be gone, like sleep with the fish is okay. And they'd be like, okay, bet, how strong is he? I'm like, well, he's like basically like an anti-spire. I'm like, oh shit. And so they summon themselves, they're gonna be super teching Topo Gurren Lagann. It's basically outerversal. They're outside of all the universes. They're throwing around universes when they fight. They're beyond the dimensions. They're literally creating infinite universes just like with by attacks and taking it like casually. It's ridiculous. And if that were to be summoned, like Giorno wouldn't even be able to comprehend what's happening. He would just die because the people on Earth, when they look at Super Tekken Topa Gurren Lagann, they just kind of like see like a vague image because they can't really comprehend him. That's how just OP is, and that's not even before. That's before he even gets into his ultimate state. But yeah, some Gurren Lagann has some broken stuff. Might get into some scale in later in a different video. But yeah, that's why I think they'll just pretty much destroy GER. Nothing you can do about it.
All right, so like you said, I actually have had a few requests before to look into that, so I might look into that eventually as well. But my method's weird, definitely the weirdest. there's a character from Marvel called Leech. Leech is a mutant. He didn't appear that many times, but he did hang out with little Frankie Richards back in the day. They had a little gang that they had, little misfits, and I think it was Power Pack. And Leech's a mutant ability is if he is around you, your abilities and gifts shut off completely. So this extended to powerhouses like Iceman, Cyclops. So he's shutting off the power source as well. That power source is at least universal for Cyclops because it comes from a dimension full of energy. You look at that, and then you look at Jean Grey, who scales to and above Professor X, who fought the Phoenix Force across every plane of existence. So you take all that into account and who he shut down, and I believe he would easily be able to, once he gets in range of Yorno, who's going to let him get in range because Yorno's ability is an in-range thing. His will shut off, and his has better range because it was shown in Weapon X, I believe, in the 2000s, that he was powered to basically extend it, like he was used as a battery to extend his reach, like basically city level. So it's a lot wider and a lot better of range. So he's going to get in close and shut off Yorno's ability, he'll still be FTL, very physically gifted, and he'll be still have his luck, because I don't believe that's an ability. It's just he's insanely lucky. And at this point, I would send in Captain America, because I was going to initially send in Wolverine, but Wolverine would find a way to job. He would find a way to get his ass kicked and be stupid. So I don't trust him. Yorno is really smart, and he's lucky. So that's not a good mix with Wolverine. So I would send in Cap, because he's super intelligent and way more skilled than Yorno in fighting. Yorno's a really good brawler. We said he's like a Yusuke type, just a naturally very good fighter, also because of where he's grown up. But Cap's on a completely different level, plus he has his shield, and he would just wear him out and take him down. And that's how I'd put him down. So, yeah, I mean, Yorno, I think we all agree. This is my first version of this video series where I didn't kill them myself. I couldn't really think of a way for me to do it. Would y'all agree? Like, his ability is just, it's too hard.
It's causality manipulation. It's a very hard thing to get around without like trying to planet bust something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just he'd find a way around it. He can regen if I try to go. Like, originally I had told Don I was thinking of radiation type stuff, but then I realized he can constantly regen his lungs, because he can pick up a rock and turn it into new lungs and stuff like that while he's getting out. So that wouldn't work. So like I did for the first time have to actually hire people, but I feel like I made it interesting because I kept it as low tier as possible, which is the point. We're trying to be disrespectful. So, yeah, while he's super broken and has a really complicated ability, we all killed Yorno today. So, thank you guys for coming on the channel and helping me with this video. We're going to do another one soon on Dio Brando, and what if he was in part 2. Jobber, like I said, he has a channel. If you want to go ahead and tell them what kind of content you make.
Oh, so basically the kind of content I make is just power scaling videos, seeing how powerful, like, you know, mainly just JoJo characters are. Of course, like, go to other series. Like, I might, like, when it comes to DC, I'm probably going to do a video on Guy Gardner, because, like, and I like his vibes and energy. He doesn't care who you are. He's going to fuck you up, basically, you know. But yeah, I expect some cool-ass power scaling videos for me.
All right, bet. Yeah, so thank you guys for watching. We have a couple more JoJo videos coming, and DC Week is starting now as well. So thank you guys for watching. It's been your favorite villain, and I'll see you all later. Peace.